morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the final episode of Shadow Depths Season 2. Yes, this is going to be the final episode of the season where I'm going to go ahead and walk through basically my progress. Did I meet my goals? What was my main strategies? And what am I going to try and do differently next time? I don't have everything ironed out yet as far as next season goes, but I have some ideas and strategies that I'm going to go ahead and go forward with, and we'll talk about them briefly during this video. Before we jump into the video, I know I have to do everyone's least favorite part of the video and let you know this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any project. Don't take my word or anything that's said in this video as financial advice or advice in any way. I'm just a gamer playing a game and reviewing games as part of this. I am not telling you to jump into any project or anything along those lines. Do your own research. Make sure it's right for you. Go ahead and pause this video and read this thoroughly before we jump into it. All right, so let's get back to the video. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the game itself. Just for awareness, I am recording this on Monday morning. Again, Monday morning, early in the week before it ends. If you can see here that there are technically 3 days left in the season. Probably by the time you're watching this, it'll be Wednesday or very close to the end of the season itself. So understand that, again, I've been doing this all season. I'm recording this several days before I actually post it. So my progress may be slightly different. I don't expect it to change much at all, simply because we're at the end of the season. So let's go ahead and first of all talk about where I'm finishing up the season and did I meet my goals. Then we'll get into some strategy discussions. So as far as my current placement and where I stand at near the end of the season, I was able to get to level 77, which is far and away, way further than I was able to get last season. So I'm happy with that. I would have loved to get to level 80, but it is what it is. I got through my other goals and I just kind of put that aside because it's not really that critical as far as what I was going for the season. But it would have been nice to get to 80, but I'm very happy with what I got to as far as my progress goes. As far as the tasks I was able to complete, this is where I'm stopping. I am not chasing any more tasks. As you can see, I have the level 80. I have the queen, who I fought many, many times and got slaughtered every single time. I don't think I landed a hit on the queen. So I got to the point where I was like, I'm going to go ahead and avoid that task if I can. And then we got to the kill, the Toxie Vipers, again, which I didn't really go for because I didn't need to. Because I was able to get to my goal midway through last week, which was to get to 169. I knew if I tried to go any further with the tasks that these were already going to be gone by the time I get there. So I did not push for anything beyond 169 just because of the limitations with the rewards out there and knowing that I was roughly about 180, 190 out of 200. So I was able to get these NFTs before they all were given out. But I knew because there's only 150 available or 100 or 50 that there was no chance I was going to get those. So from probably early season, my goal was to get to 169. And thankfully, I was able to do that. I think I got there and there was roughly there's 11. There's 11 rewards left after I claimed mine. So I was pretty close. I think I was 2 days away from missing it. But thankfully, I was able to get that. So as far as this was my main goal. Going into the season, I was hoping to do a combination of leaderboard and tasks. Realized halfway through the season that I'm going to have to focus on one area or the other. And that's one of the fun things about this game is there are specific strategies that are going to give you different results. And you can't just get everything that you want unless you dump a lot of wax into it. So I had to make a decision, and I think we talked about it a number of times throughout the season where I was going to focus on the tasks and try and get to my goal in the tasks. So I'm very thankful that I was able to get to 169, but it was tough. The rewards were worth it, but it was a tough go. Next season, we may adjust that a little bit, just foreshadowing to my strategy for next season. But as far as the season goes, I focused on that. As far as the leaderboard goes, I did not do as well as I wanted to, but I didn't do bad. As of the time of recording, 3 days left, I am ranked 181 out of 1,500, 2,000. I don't know how many total players there was. But that's okay. I did all right because I focused on the task, but was still able to get in the top 200 of this. There are a number of people. I went through the list yesterday as far as the people that have entered the community competition, and there are a few people that are ahead of me. I think there was 43 wallets that entered. I think there was 2 or 3 that were ahead of me. So we'll see how this season finishes out. There's actually one that's really close. One that's going back and forth with me. When I checked it yesterday, I was ranked 182 and they were ranked 181. So it's neat to see that little battle that's going on. But at the end of the season, I'll go ahead and give out to the rewards to those who won. And let me know down in the comments below for those of you that joined the community competition, did you enjoy it? Should I do it next season? Should I figure out some sort of way of doing it next season? Maybe slightly different. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. But that's where I ended as far as the seasons, the leaderboard and the task goes. As far as what I focused on for the skills, I went down the trees of speed, health, and evasion. I did not touch accuracy. Don't know if that was a mistake. That's probably the reason why I could not beat the queen. I think I realized that, like I said, I was not able to land a hit on the queen. So that's probably why my accuracy wasn't that good. But as far as everything else, it really helped me throughout the season. And then from a ship perspective, I have not touched or put any other upgrades in the ship since probably episode number 4. So nothing has changed here with the ship. I had no need to. As you can see, I have plenty of capacity. I have all the crafting that I need. So as far as the season goes, I am happy with the way I finished it. I finished the main goal that I had was 169 to get those NFT rewards. And then I got some of the side goals that I had. Didn't quite get the level, didn't quite get the leaderboard ranking, but still did very well considering. Go down in the comments below and let me know how you are wrapping up the season, how you finished, where you ranked, were you able to get all the tasks done that you wanted to get done? What was your biggest challenge? I'm going to go ahead and look through some of the biggest challenges and maybe some for season 3. Some of the episodes may actually be around those and how to maybe work around the challenges and solve the problems. So let me know down in the comments below. Let's give me some ideas as far as tips and strategies that I can really work into season 3 and try and help the community out. All right, as far as my strategies go, as I mentioned a number of times, my strategy for this season was to finish the task, to get to 169. From a mission perspective, I was able to complete all of them, which was another goal that I had out there. I raced to those. I used stealth mode. I used the stealth approach to complete these. I did not spend a ton of times on the corrosive cave and the radiotoxic cavern. I just didn't. I got through the task, and I don't think I've revisited the radioactive toxic cavern because I was just focused on the task. Next season will probably be a little bit different. I think next season I'm going to focus more on the leadership. I'm sorry, not the leadership, the leaderboard. Try and get a higher ranking in the leaderboard, and maybe not go as hard on the tasks. I want to try that approach. See which one I like better. Do I like really pushing to get as high as possible on the leaderboards as quickly as possible? So some of the things that I'm going to do with that is simple. From a skill perspective, this is one of the strategies that I'm thinking I'm leaning towards for season 3. I focused this last season. Evasion was first, then I went to speed. I think what I'm going to do for next season is focus on speed, and with the evasion tier, where's the evasion tier? Right here. Going down the evasion tier initially to speed up those missions, to get that evasion that I need there. It won't be the caliber here, but at least the missions will go fast, and that'll help me at least get things as far as the tokens toward the leaderboard. I'm also making sure that I have plenty stacked in the token perspective. I ran into a few issues where I didn't have some of the tokens to upgrade the ship. I didn't have some of the other items, and I had to wait. So I'm going into the season with a stack of tokens that will help me, especially with the ship where I started to run into some issues this past season. So I will focus on doing those early, and I'm going to have some wax in there. It's not going to be this amount of wax. I'm not sure how much wax is going to be available, but wax can help you critically in the early stages. getting some of the items. So you can advance and get further ship upgrades or better armor that helps you get further in the missions. So I am going to have some wax available. This past season, I didn't spend any wax in the early game. For the first half of the season, I think I barely spent any wax within the game. I'm not going to go whaling out. Maybe 100 wax aside in there for the early stages to really help me get to the point in the ship where I can start producing my own wax within the game pretty quickly. And that'll help. I don't know how far I'm going to go with it yet, but I know I'm not going to whale out. So we'll just throw that out there. We'll talk a little bit about more in episode 1 of season 3 of how much I'm starting at the starting point. So I'm still kind of formulating it. But that I will have some wax there. I will focus on the speed. Some ship items I'll focus on early. And then this season is going to be a little bit different because I have some of the NFTs as far as the printer goes. For example, the laser weapons worked very well in the early game. So I did grab an NFT for common, rare, and epic. It's kind of a combination because it helps me with those tasks when they come up. But also, the laser weapon worked out really early game, which I didn't realize till about a week and a half into the season last year. So I'm curious on how that'll help me as far as the early season goes. So these are some of the strategies that I'm going to take a deeper look into for season 3. I'm going to go ahead and do another full season of this. I seem to get some good feedback as far as people that are interested in Shadow Depths. I like the game concept. I like the fact that you can go with different strategies. It reminds me a lot of the strategies, not necessarily the same type of strategies, but the same complexity that Realm had that I really enjoyed for a number of seasons. So we're going to go ahead and do it again. Go ahead in the comments down below. Let me know what your strategies are. Let me know how you finished season 2. What approach are you going to take for season 3? If you're not comfortable putting in the comments, feel free to go ahead and DM me if you have any requests as far as strategies that you want to see. If you're running into any challenges for season 2, what can I help what can I help you out with? Or if I don't know, I'll go ahead and ask around the community. There's plenty of people that are playing Shadow Depths. The Discord is fantastic if you go ahead and jump in there. I haven't been in there as much as I had wanted to this season, but I'm hoping to get in there a lot more next season to be with the community because it's a very good community. So let me know. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all had an awesome season 2. I hope you're all able to reach your goals. And I'll talk to you all later. Thank you.